We've got a warm one at Ralph Johnson Field for a Week 4 matchup as the Tri-West Bruins are in town to take on your Speedway Sparkplugs. Welcome to the Speedway Sports Network on SCTV. I'm Landon Kleindorfer. The Sparkplugs enter the game 0-3 after what has been a tough schedule through the opening part of the season. Tri-West sitting at 2-1 on the year. I had teased it at the end of the last broadcast if you heard it. They were in a battle against Triton Central. They lost that one 17-14 for their first loss of the season. You know your Speedway Sparkplugs. We're going to talk about the Tri-West Bruins real quick. Like I said, sitting at 2-1, first of two victories of the year up against Western Boone and Brebeuf Jesuit. That Western Boone game, a blowout, 35-7, and against Brebeuf, 47-29. Like I mentioned, that Triton Central game, 17-14. The entire offense is going to be pretty point blank. It's going to lean on the quarterback. Jack Sorgi, already committed to go over to Louisville to play his college years out. He's a pocket guy. We, over the last 2 weeks, have struggled against a rushing quarterback, a mobile quarterback. That is not going to be the case today. Only 13 rushes on the season for Jack Sorgi. His longest rush is 8 yards. So when they do get inside that 10-yard line, you
Ladies
might
and
want to look out.
gentlemen, welcome to Johnson Field and tonight's game.
We're going to kick it down for the PA and the starting lineups.
Army National Guard jerseys, celebrating the strength, teamwork, and dedication that defines both our players and the National Guard. Please join us in giving a big round of applause for the brave men and women of the Army National Guard.
As was mentioned, wearing those Army National Guard jerseys. Your Speedway Sparkplugs coming out of the locker room, ready to get things going. Sharp jerseys today. It'll be easy to spot those yellow numbers. You know, back a few years ago, they had the traveling jerseys oftentimes. But these jerseys created for these Speedway Sparkplugs to represent the Army National Guard, a special night here in Week 4. Going back to that Tri-West lineup and those people you're going to be one to look out for, as I mentioned, Jack Sorgi, 66% completion percentage on the year, 271.3 yards per game, 8 touchdowns to 2 interceptions so far this year, and that is why those first 2 games went as successfully as they did. He's going to be mainly targeting 3 receivers, all upperclassmen, 2 juniors, and starting off with wide receiver, the junior Carter Cummings, 6 foot tall, 16 receptions, just over 100 yards per game and 4 touchdowns. Jack Garver, 5'9", 12 receptions on the season and 96 yards per game, 2 touchdowns. And then finally the senior Eli Morgan at 5'11", he's got 8 receptions on the year and 42 yards per game with a touchdown. So 3 receivers that you're really going to be looking out for. He does spread the ball around the field quite a bit. That does not mean that the rushing game cannot attack. 59.7 yards per game for Braxton Fleece, the junior. The other junior to look out for, Watson Hall, he's got 45 yards per game. Only 2 touchdowns from the rushing attack of those 2 players. However, like I mentioned, Jack Sorgi does have 2 rushing touchdowns of his own. As we get a good look at those jerseys for the coin toss here between Tri-West and Speedway, and we'll see what that final call is. Looks like Tri-West won, and they will receive. Tonight's officials are sponsored by 2020 Eye Physicians of Indiana. With 2 convenient locations in Speedway and Indianapolis, the doctors at 2020 provide the high-quality eye care patients deserve, helping everyone see the field of play more clearly. Today's head official, Lambert Barnes, in the white cap, will be running the show today for the Stripes. And like I mentioned, Tri-West decided to receive. So just like every other home game we've seen so far this season, Speedway will receive the second half kickoff. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our Speedway spark plugs. Your starting quarterback tonight going to be Blake Stewart. He will be getting his second start of the season. Came in late in that Northview game, started last week, and will continue on as the sophomore will start again today. 50% completion percentage, 37 yards per game so far. Looking for his first touchdown, but also has not had his first interception on the year. There were a pair of fumbles, but other than that, he is a guy that is going to be taking off a lot of times. He's a mobile quarterback, but they will dial up the pass when they can. The top two targets for your spark plugs, Mazita Shola, 22 yards per game, 13.2 yards per catch. So he's going to be catching those balls deeper down the field, a lot of like third and long type situations or wherever you're going to see him. And then Lucas DeVault, 9 receptions, 55 yards on the season so far. We're just about ready for kickoff as we'll talk about that rushing attack and the defense. The defense, what we're going to see first, and once again, it's Ashola. 15 total tackles on the season and 2 tackles for loss. But Mason Bowman, really impressive. Only 2 games played. He's just a tackle behind Ashola. 14 total tackles on the season. It's really going to start up front, though. Nate Chapman with 3 sacks. Dawson Ott with 1 sack. We will see if they can put some pressure on. They're going to start with an onside kick. And it looks like Tri-West going to come away with it. They're pointing the other direction. And I thought for sure that they were going to have that in the hands of Speedway, but it looks like Tri-West had the ball. There's some discussion going on.
Didn't travel 10 yards.
And they're just going to rule that that had not traveled the distance that it needed to be. And so by not recovering that, good field position to start things out for Sorgi and the Bruin offense. They're going to start on the 49-yard line of the Sparkplugs. So tried to be aggressive in the opening possession, and a passing play right up the middle of the field, and that one's caught just past the 30-yard line. A big tackle that time, but it's going to be a first down. That was Mason Bowman who recorded the tackle. Sorgi with his first pass of the game goes right up the middle. And I was already talking about pressure just before kickoff. That is going to be so important. There was a little bit of pressure up the middle. Sorgi was unfazed. Seems like this Speedway defensive line has had some successes getting through the line. It's just been bringing down the quarterback. That's been the struggle. As this time Sorgi passes left side on the screen pass. That is going to be caught in a small gain of about 3 yards. That was Quentin Alexander.
Tackle made by number 52, Dawson Ott.
And so right off the bat, you get Dawson Ott with a tackle,
Gain of 2 on play.
as well as Mason Bowman, your 2 players to look out for on the defensive end.
Bruins on the 26-yard line.
But already Tri-West moving the ball. That was only a gain of a couple. As this time it's a pitch out wide to the right side, trying to turn the ball upfield unsuccessfully that time was Braxton Fleece.
Brought down by number 13, LeBron
Fleece
Willis.
gains about a yard.
Gain of 1 on the play.
And so after the gain of 1, that will bring up third down.
3rd and 7 for the Bruins on the 25-yard line.
Third down and long here. Sorgi brings a man in motion, and he'll take the snap here. Another screen pass out to the right side, and that time incomplete. Carter Cummings was looking upfield before he had possession of the football. He drops that one, brings up 4th down. And I believe that that means they're going to keep the offense on the field. Ball sitting at the 25-yard line. It'd be about a 42-yard field goal.
Bruins on the 25-yard line.
And so the Bruins going to go for it here. Sorgi again, a man in motion. takes the snap, fakes the handoff, gets it out to the right side, and this is going to be close. And it looks like the defense might have just made a stop, and they did. So a turnover on downs by the Plugs defense. And how about that? Good field position to start out for Tri-West. Speedway able to snuff out that screen pass just short of the line to gain. And the offense will come back out here, or come out here for the first time, I should say, at the 20-yard line. So it'll be Blake Stewart going quickly here. Boot out to the right side, and he's going to throw this one over the top. Just misses the mark. The open receiver, Vincent Simpson. The tight end had a step on his defender, but that pass just out in front, incomplete. %, passing completion percentage so
Second
far
and 10
this
for
year.
the Sparkplugs on the 20-yard line.
It's going to be Nathan Chapman taking the handoff this time and just bottled up in the backfield. A tackle for loss that time. Don't see Chapman back there a whole lot.
Nathan Chapman on the carry. Brought down by Gabe Miller.
Trying to get a couple of changes out
2-yard
there,
loss on the
find
play.
some offense, but that time it will be a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. 2 yards lost on the play. Chapman stays in. This time it's going to be a pass play. Pressure comes immediately. Chapman with the catch behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be another loss. A loss of 2 yards.
Blake Stewart's pass complete to number 18, Nathan Chapman.
On that halfback middle screen.
Tackle made by number 54, Abraham Haste. Loss of 1 on the play. 4th down for the Sparkplugs. Out to punt for Speedway, number 24, Joey Havlin.
So 3 and out here for the Sparkplugs. They will punt this one away. Some good punts last week as this one flies through the air just short of the 50-yard line. It's muffed, and it's Speedway football.
Braxton Fleece with the fumble.
Fleece loses the football. Eli Haste was right there. It fell into his hands, and a fortunate play for the Sparkplugs as they are back in action here with good field position around the 50-yard line. The offense will start on the 46.
1st and 10 for the Sparkplugs on the 46-yard line.
So a little bit more room to work with. Stewart hands this one off, and it is a double reverse over to the right side.
Keller
Sox with the carry. Thought it was going to be Diallo going to the left side. Instead, Sox gets the pitch from Diallo, and he takes it for 8 yards. Make that 7.
Pushed out of bounds by a host of Bruins.
So Sox with a 7-yard carry. It's 2nd down and short this time. First positive offensive play for the Sparkplugs as they set up here on the right hash. This time taking the snap and coming outside of the pocket, just going to throw this one away, and dangerously so. Stewart maybe kept that a little bit too close to the sideline, but it will be an incomplete pass. So 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Back the sticks up a little bit, about 2.5.
Sparkplugs on the 46-yard line.
Diallo in the backfield. And he'll take the handoff right side. It's going to be a first down, a little bit more. Across the 40-yard line is Diallo.
On the carry. Tackle made by
gain of 6.
Abraham Haste.
Haste made the tackle. Haste made the tackle for Tri-West.
Gain of 6 on the play. First and 10 for the Sparkplugs on the 40-yard line.
So a good, I guess you could call first possession for Speedway after the muffed punt. They are now on the Tri-West 40-yard line. Again, Diallo gets it right between the guards. And another big gain.
Diallo on the carry.
6-yard gain for Diallo. A pair of those so far. 12 yards on 2 carries. I think you'll take that.
Gain of 6 on the play. Second and 4 for the Sparkplugs on the 34-yard line.
2 receivers over to the left side here for Stewart. Diallo again, left side. He'll take the handoff out wide right. And that'll be just short of the line to gain.
Tackle made by number 44, Nick Bierman.
A gain of 3 yards. This has been what Speedway needed the last 2 games.
3rd and 1 for the Sparkplugs.
Has been to get an established rushing attack, and that's what they're doing right now. Hand off to Diallo up the middle, and that is going to be just enough for a first down, a gain of 2 yards for Diallo.
Mamadou Diallo on the carry. Brought down by Gabe Miller.
3 carries, all positive since that muff punt. 6 yards, 6 yards, and then 3 and 2. Been good enough for a pair of first downs as he'll come out, take a breather.
10 for the
Forbes is in there at the halfback. Stewart fakes the handoff this time, and he will throw it downfield, and that one goes right between the hands of the intended receiver. And that one could have been a huge play in stride. Stewart starting the day 1 for 4.
Speedway,
that one's certainly not on him. As again, Forbes out there at the halfback. And they'll go middle. This time, big play up the middle. That goes to the 15-yard line.
Pass complete to Keller Sox.
Again, it's Sox.
Brought down by number 55, Nick Parsons.
Had a nice run for 7 yards, and this time a big gainer as well.
First and 10 for Speedway on the 15-yard line.
And this is the most efficient this offense has looked. Forbes stays out there. Stewart puts him on the right side. You've got trips over there as well. Back to pass again, screen pass. A nice move, getting it about 5 yards.
Logan Moore's pass complete to number 17, Mason Bowman.
And that was Bowman.
Brought down by Abraham Haste. Gain of 5 on the play.
Nice gain of 5 yards.
Second and 5 for the Sparkplugs on the 10-yard line.
And everybody getting a taste right now on the offensive end, it seems like. We've already seen Stewart with some passes. Chapman's touched the ball. Bowman, Sox, Diallo. This time again, Diallo, and the pressure comes straight through the middle for Tri-West.
Diallo on the carry.
Like a loss of about 2 yards.
Tackle made by number 44, Nick Behrman. Loss of 3 on the play.
They're actually going to bring out Logan Moore in at quarterback.
3rd and 7 for the Sparkplugs on the 13-yard line.
So Moore comes out there. Chapman at running back. I have to imagine this is going to be something a little bit different. It's just going to be a standard passing play. He fires up the middle, and that is caught for a first down just short of the end zone.
17, Mason Bowman.
It's Bowman again.
Brought down by Abraham Haste. There is a penalty marker on the field.
Penalty flag is down, though. And it looks like this one's coming back just based on the Sparkplugs. And yes, that's going to be a holding penalty on Speedway. Thought they were going to be first and goal on the 1. So that's an absolute killer.
Holding penalty assessed against the Sparkplugs.
Instead of first and goal from the 1, it's going to be 3rd down and very long from the 21.
3rd down for the Sparkplugs.
So again, Moore stays out there. Drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Fire over the middle of the field, and it's caught.
Logan Moore's pass.
Caught at the just short of the 5-yard line.
Number 9.
And it's going to be 4th down and inches. They mark it down at the 6. Moore staying out there.
4th and short for the Sparkplugs on the 6-yard line.
We'll see what they go with. Diallo out there with Moore. A lot of bodies from Tri-West up front. And whistles coming in. Timeout going to be taken by Speedway. They're going to think about it. This is going to be an absolutely massive play. So we're looking for a big score in this first quarter against a very good Tri-West team. First Financial Bank is proud to support the Speedway community. Banking is about neighbors helping neighbors, and it always will be. First Financial Bank, member FDIC. So far, Moore has thrown 2 passes. One of them was going to be a yard short of the end zone. That was called back for a hold. And then a big 15-yard pass from the 21-yard line. Brings it down to 4th and 1. So he's got 15 yards passing. Stewart so far has 20. So 35 yards through the air for the Sparkplugs. Diallo's been very efficient so far. $15 yards on 6 carries. Make that 5 carries. Again, it is Moore and Diallo. This is going to be a pitch forward, and that's going to be a first down for the Sparkplugs. Touch pass that time.
Mamadou Diallo, first down.
And Diallo. That was not Diallo. That was number 8, who is not listed.
First and goal for the Sparkplugs.
But that was a gain of 4 on what should be considered a passing play. But Moore stays out there. Diallo to his left. Moore keeps it himself. He's going out to the left side. He's got some space toward the end zone. Loses the football, but they're going to call it a touchdown. Moore is in for the Sparkplug score.
Touchdown, Sparkplug.
It all started with a muffed punt, putting the Sparkplugs on the 46-yard line, and they've taken advantage of the short field.
Number 24, Joey Haviland, holding is number 2, Lucas DeBalt.
For the score.
Number 53, Gage Beiswinger.
We'll see the PAT here. There's a whistle. Somebody jumped. And it's a false start, so the kick going to be just a little bit longer. I was watching Haviland kick earlier, and looks like his range is about from the 30-yard line, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and it's good.
Joey Havlin, PAT attempted.
7-0 Speedway over Tri-West.
3:43 left in the first quarter. Sparkplug 7.
Looked like it was going to be a 3 and out. And instead, Diallo has awoken. 15 yards, 2 big carries back-to-back of 6 yards for first downs. Some good movement, had the touch pass for the first down. Had another big first down off of a double reverse where it looked like Diallo was going to take it off to the left side. Instead, Sox took it right. Sox also came up with the big 17-yard reception from Moore. All of the things that this Sparkplugs team has needed to do the last 2 weeks, they did it right there on that first drive. They have certainly earned that 7-0 lead here in this first quarter.
Number 3, Braxton Fleece. And number 4, Cooper Zimmerman. Kicking off for the Sparkplugs, number 24, Joey Havlin.
So for the second time, Tri-West will receive. They were able to get down to the 20-yard line, but turn the ball over on downs. This time it'll be caught at the 4-yard line, returning up the right side. A couple of missed tackles and a huge hit at about the 27-yard line. Good return for Fleece, but at what cost? Nehemahar came through there and just lit up the man returning.
First and 10 for the Bruins.
It'll be first and 10 right here. By the way, that number 8, Mazita Shola, normally wearing number 3. Faking the handoff this time. Pass up the middle, and that one comes off hands. Flag does come in. Keller Sox was right there to make the play. Looked like he could have come away with an interception, but I believe this flag likely going to be against the Sparkplugs. Didn't see if there was any hand fighting on the play. Looked, if they're going to call pass interference, and that's exactly what they're going to call. It looked like Sox was clearly just making a play on the ball. The Sorgi missed off to the left side toward the turf. I could have seen possibly a hold call coming before the pass.
Interference against the Sparkplugs.
But it's an automatic first down.
First and 10.
And Tri-West at the 42-yard line now, following the pass interference penalty. Sorgi again drops back, finds nobody. That one over the top and misses again. Really liked going to the flats so far in this game. A lot of short passes to the outside, but a couple of head-scratching misses from Sorgi so far, much to the benefit of the Sparkplugs, of course.
Second and 10 for the Bruins on the 42-yard line.
Sorgi with receivers on both sides. Calls out a possible blitz from Speedway, drops back to pass. Free blitzer comes through, makes contact. Pass is complete across the 40-yard line. A deep one that time. Sorgi maybe just a little shaken up as he was hit on that left side. Free blitzer came through from Speedway, but the route and the receiver left wide open on the right sideline. He was able to get the ball out quickly, but took a little bit of punishment as well. Out across the 50-yard line, set up at the 37. Sorgi, 3 receivers left side. Gonna fire toward the middle of the field, and that's a great breakup that time by Sox. Makes up for the pass interference call on what I thought was another great defensive play from Sox, but 2 back-to-back in my opinion. The stat book will show 1.
Second and 10 for Tri-West on the 36-yard line.
Well, it's going to be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. A nice pass break up there from Sox, just a sophomore, 5'10". He certainly has his work cut out for him. And looked like Sparkplugs jumped that time. Looked like about 4 of them. It depends on, I'm not sure who they're going to give that penalty to, but it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Offsides against Speedway.
2nd down and 5.
Second and 5 for the Bruins on the 31-yard line.
Sorgi hands this one off up the middle, and that is corralled a yard short of the line to gain. So it's going to be 3rd down and about a yard and a half as we get under 3 minutes of play left in this first quarter.
3rd and 2 for the Bruins on the 27-yard line.
A whistle and another timeout here from Speedway. That'll be their 2nd one of the game. So clearly seeing something that Coach Clampett did not like. He is certainly very liberal in the first half with his timeouts. We've seen him use all 3 in a first quarter before, but just wants to make sure his team does not get burnt. You know, you look at the final scores of these last couple of games, and you might have questions about the defense, but I'm here to tell you, folks, the defense has had some really nice plays against very good teams. It's gotten away from them in the second halves of games, but they have done some really impressive things. The biggest issue that they need to avoid has been the big play. They're able to get those 3rd down and medium 3rd down and long opportunities, but it's that big play on 3rd down or possibly having to go for it on 4th down. But we've already seen it in this quarter where the defense made a 4th down stop.
3rd and 1 for the Bruins,
which led to some points. That's why your Sparkplugs lead at 7-0. This time they're going to hand it off right side, and that's going to be a 1st down and more. Down at the 15-yard line.
Watson Hall on the carry. Brought down by number 8.
That was Watson Hall. So Hall with the 1st down carry, and now they are inside the red zone here.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 16-yard line.
Sorgi with his back to his right, fakes the handoff, throws it out to the right side, and this is going to go for a 1st down on this quick screen pass.
Complete to number 1, Carter Cummings, touchdown.
Touchdown, Tri-West. We will await the PAT, but as mentioned, that is something that Sorgi's gone to quite a bit in this first quarter. Has been those passes out wide. Quick throw to the receiver on the right side leads to the touchdown. So the answer from the Bruins, a lefty PAT kicker. His kick up, and it's good. Tie ball game, 7-7 here, Speedway High School. It's been a good one so far on SCTV. Continue to stick with us.
Speedway 7, Tri-West 7.
We'll see if the offense can continue their success, as there is a player down for the Sparkplugs from that PAT attempt. No number on who that is, but they are still down on the field as the training staff coming out. while we wait, get you a quick recap of that last touchdown possession for the Sparkplugs. A lot happened. Stewart, starting quarterback, the sophomore Blake Stewart, got his first start last week. Started again today. Came in, started 3 for 4 with -2 yards, but his next 2 passes, he was at 22 yards. It was a 3 and out to begin things for Speedway. They punted the ball away, but the reliable running back, Fleece, actually lost the football, and it bounced right into the hands of a special teamer for the Sparkplugs. From then on, the offense looked completely different, and once they got inside the 15-yard line, actually really, they had a great pass up the middle of the field. Moore came in at quarterback, threw it to the middle of the field, got it to the 1-yard line, but a holding penalty brought him back to the 21. He fired back with a 17-yard reception to Sox, and they were able to run it for the first down, eventually the touchdown. Diallo has had a really nice first quarter as well, 15 yards on 5 carries.
Number 37, Mason Mendenhall out to kick off for the Bruins.
Injured player
back deep for Speedway.
Off the
number
field
2,
being
Lucas
assisted
DeVault, and number 8, Aziz
by coaching.
Isola.
And so we will get the kickoff here. That is number 51, the senior Corey Midget. We got him to the bench. So we are ready for the kick. First return of the day, and it's going to be Ashola. Dangerous returner for the Sparkplugs. Takes it up the middle, has a head of steam, and he's across the 30-yard line. He's got a ton of speed. And if you've watched any of the film, you might not see it because his 2 biggest returns of the season of about 45 yards were both taken back on holding penalties in that Northview game. And so because of that, you might not be aware if you're on the other side. But last week we did not see him because they would not kick to him. There was a kick out of bounds. A couple of them were short. There was an onside kick as well. But Moore stays in the football game. He takes a snap, hands it off to Diallo. Diallo hit in the backfield, breaks 1 tackle, but can't break them all as he goes down in the backfield for a loss of 3.
Brought down by number 44, Nick Behrman.
Diallo comes out.
On the play. Second down and 13 for the
Chapman back in the game
line.
At running back this time. But the interesting storyline, of course, Logan Moore back at the QB1 position. Takes a snap, drops back to pass, looks left side, feels the pressure, continues to fade left, finds an open receiver, and it falls through the fingertips of Lucas DeVault.
Incomplete to Lucas DeVault.
That was a great find through the progressions for Moore. DeVault would have had at least 4 or 5 yards if he was able to turn upfield even more, but does not catch that one.
3rd and 12 because the Sparkplug is on the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Chapman in there with Moore. 3 receivers right side, Sox in there at the slot. Moore dropping back, screen pass this time, another drop. That time it was the halfback Chapman.
Fourth down for Sparkplug. Out for punt for Speedway, number 24.
So it's 4th down and long. They'll bring the punt team back out here.
Number 3, Braxton Fleece.
Fleece going to remain the return man, the junior, following the muff. even without the muff, it was a great punt last time out. So we'll see what happens this time. Kicking this one away, more of a line driver. It takes a hop and will die at the 42-yard line. Fleece wanted no part of that one. Tri-West will bring the offense back out this time with intentions of taking the lead. Sparkplugs need a big stop right here with a little over a minute to go in the first quarter.
7-yard punt for Joey Havlin. Down by the Sparkplugs on the 42-yard line. First and 10 for the Bruins, 42-yard line.
Bruins still chatting over on the sideline as we await them to come back out on the offensive end. It was a very efficient timeout. A couple of really big plays. Again, that has been the crux of the defense. But we're all tied up here at Speedway High School. As this time, pressure coming through. Sorgi taking a deep shot, and that is dropped.
Jack Sorgi's pass is incomplete for number 1, Carter Cummings.
Pass defended by Neymar. Cummings thought he was going to high point it, but he just could not keep it in as he hit the ground. So you want to talk about avoiding the deep shots. I think that was a good way to do it. I hate to see this. Keller Sox down on a knee. As time going to be taken for a moment to get him checked out. The rest of the defense will convene as Sox takes a seat. It is a hot day, 87 degrees at kickoff. Sunny blue skies, cramping always an issue, especially with the way that the season has started. It's not really been an expectation of heat because those first few games have been pretty cool so far this season. So Sox is helped up, and he will walk off under his own power here. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 42-yard line when we get back to action. Would love to see Sox come back out. He has had a couple of big plays. Certainly a utility guy on the offensive end. I think he's really done a nice job in defensive back as well so far in this game.
2nd and 10 for the Bruins on the 42-yard line.
Had it not been for the penalty flag, I would say that he's been the best defensive player out there so far. Sorgi fakes the handoff, fires left side, and the receiver on a breakaway, but a nice tackle, but a big gain. That was Quentin Alexander on the reception. That was Miles Cessna actually coming in for Sox. So smart play there for Tri-West. Noticed you see a really good defensive back coming out of the game. You attack that side, quick pass. It's about a 10-yard completion followed by a big run. And so now the ball moves to the 23-yard line where Sorgi is under center. He'll fake the pitch. They'll counter it up the middle. And that's going to go to the 15-yard line. And again, that was Fleece.
Lucas Duvall with the tackle for the Sparkplug.
8-yard carry that time on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down and 2.
7 on the play. 2nd and 3 for the Bruins on the 15-yard line.
Sorgi in the shotgun, Fleece to his right. Sorgi drops back to pass, looks toward the end zone, and that one, waiting for the call. They're going to say it's a touchdown over the top of the defense. Cummings comes down with it. And that one was certainly close.
Touchdown, Bruins.
See if I can get the replay.
For the PAT attempt. For the Bruins, number 49, Jackson Clayton.
Still tough to say. but that one was at the buzzer for the first quarter. Speedway held the lead 7-0. It's been 14. We'll make that 13. We'll see what happens with the PAT. But unanswered points in this first quarter. PAT up and good.
Bruins PAT attempt is good.
14-7. Tri-West on top this time.
14, Speedway 7.
Another bomb. Couple of big passes from Sorgi. Had some incompletion mishaps, but that has not been an issue with the consistency of their drives.
We ask you direct your attention to the south end zone. Speedway Athletics would like to give a special thank you to the Speedway Lions Club for their generous support of our school, our student athletes, and the entire Speedway community. Their commitment makes
defense holding strong, and honestly, you know, with the way that Sox had been playing on the defensive end, a shame that he came out for that play. He did come right back in after the big play up the left side, attacking his replacement. Clearly a smart play from the Bruins, but at the same time, you have to wonder if Sox is out there for that play. Does that happen? But we will never know. We're going to have another kickoff return here for the Sparkplugs. We'll see if they decide to kick this one deep to Ashola again. Reminder, Ashola wearing the jersey number 8 in these special Army National Guard jerseys that Speedway's rocking tonight.
Kicking off for the Bruins, number 37, Mason Mendenhall. Back deep for the Sparkplug, number 2, Lucas DeVault.
So the second quarter will start like it did in the first. We'll have an opening kickoff here with the full 12 minutes. Like I mentioned, that touchdown right at the buzzer. Ashola back there with Lucas DeVault. This kick away deep left side. DeVault will return. He catches just short of the 10-yard line, and he'll turn upfield at the 20, and he'll be tackled down by a gang of Bruins.
Lucas DeVault with the return.
Looked like he would have been able to break away from the one tackle, but it was a great job holding on for the rest of the Tri-West kickoff team to get there. So setting up shop at the 20-yard line. We'll see if they can go the distance for another score. Sparkplugs need to get things moving. Last possession, not quite as spectacular as the touchdown drive. It was a 3-and-out. Moore back out there again. Drops back to pass. Throws it up the middle of the field. It's caught to the 50-yard line and ongoing. It's Amari Forbes. Forbes is going to go. Speedway touchdown, one play, 80 yards.
Amari Forbes, touchdown.
Right up the middle of the field. And that is a response from the Sparkplugs.
80 yards. Forbes.
How about a big play from Forbes and a great ball from Moore.
Holding is number 2, Lucas DeVault, and the long snapper, number 53, Gage Feiswinger.
See the operation here for the PAT. And just like that, back to a tie ball game here in quarter number 2. 14-14. Typically, I'd give you the full breakdown of the drive, but all you need to know, 80-yard pass. Big one from Logan Moore, finding Amari Forbes. The 6-foot sophomore was able to take it the distance. Ended up basically just being a foot race with the Tri-West safeties. The Speedway Lions Club is a proud partner and supporter of the town of Speedway and Speedway schools. The club meets on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of each month at 6 p.m. in the Speedway Municipal Center. More information about the club and about joining the club is available via email at speedwaylions@gmail.com. Sparkplug setting up to kick off here. Making sure they've got the right count. Tri-West already out there ready to get things going. Speedway did open the game with an onside kick. Looked like they had recovered it, but it was touched too early before it had gotten 10 yards down the field. I believe literally touched 9 yards
Back deep for the
down
Bruins,
the field.
number 3, Braxton, please. 24,
But the good field position
Hall.
didn't do anything.
Kicking
Tri-West
off
got to the
Sparkplug,
20-yard
number
line, turned it
24,
over on
Joe
downs.
Allen.
That's when Speedway was able to get down the field and score to take that opening lead. But now it's 14-14 as this one kicked deep, caught at the 4-yard line and returned. And a bit of a hole, but a nice tackle down just across the 30-yard line.
Tackle made by number 9, Neymar.
Neymar made the tackle. I believe he's still down on the field. He gave a good shot, but he took one as well. We'll see the severity of that, but offense for Tri-West going to start out on the 32-yard line. We've seen 3 players now go down on the Speedway side. It is a warm game, but the weather, or I'm sorry, the sun that is, starting to come down behind the press box behind us. Getting a little bit more shade. Still a real feel of 83 degrees. Doesn't matter if you're in the sun or in the shade, it's both 83 degrees. Only a 1-mile-per-hour breeze. There's really no wind, no clouds. It's been a nice day so far. It's been a nice game. 14-14 our score. Right now, Moore with 99 yards passing. Sox has a 17-yard reception. Stewart has a 17-yard pass. He had that whenever he was in earlier. That was 2 Sox. But Amari Forbes going to be the name that we probably talk about going into halftime, having that 80-yard reception. 4 receivers have had receptions so far. And we thought that was Neymar, the player announced that had the tackle. But it's actually Nathan Chapman that's being helped off the field. Either way, you never want to see those injuries.
1st and 10 for the Bruins on the 32-yard line.
But Chapman, the sack leader on this team, had 1 rushing attempt coming in. There's going to start with a pitch off to the left side. Speedway is there after a gain of 3.
24, Hall on the carry.
2nd down and 7 coming up.
Dawson Ott on the stop.
Dawson Ott made the tackle.
Gain of 3 on the play.
He's also got a
2nd and 7 for the Bruins
on the year. Talking about quarterback pressure, we haven't really seen that a whole lot today. Something that could really change the flow of this game if they were just able to get to Sorgi. I have to imagine this is going to be a pass play. And it is play action. Sorgi stepping up. He's going to take off himself, a big gainer. And he is down around the 45-yard line.
Jack Sorgi on the carry.
It's actually going to be his longest rush of the season. 8 yards was his prior longest rush. We haven't really seen him use his legs. Only 13 carries on the season, make it 14 now. And again, Sox a bit shaken up.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 45-yard line.
hole in the backfield as a defender jumps on that play. LeBron Willis that jumped. You do have the opportunity to get back, but that time he just kind of stayed in the neutral zone. Needed to jump back. They run 3 down linemen.
For the Bruins on the 40-yard line.
And that extra linebacker comes up. It looks more like a 4-4. See that free rusher out left side. Sorgi passing middle of the field and over the top of his intended receiver that time.
Sorgi's pass falls incomplete to Eli Morgan.
Gage Bundy.
2nd and 5 for the Bruins.
Attempt, the sophomore receiver, 6'2", still threw it over. Sorgi with a couple of misses today that could have been massive plays, but he's also had his share of massive plays as well. So we've got a knotted up ball game, under 10 minutes to go in this first half. Speedway will start the second half with the football. Sorgi drops back to pass, looks over to the right side, nobody there. Pressure comes through, Sorgi gonna take off, and he's got about 14 yards.
Sorgi on the carry.
And that has been the biggest issue on that defensive line. They can put up pressure, but they just have not been able to bring the quarterback down. Sorgi was able to step aside on the pressure and take off for another first down.
10-yard gain on the play.
2 with his legs.
1st and 10 for the Bruins on the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 30. Sorgi drops back to pass again. Pressure coming from the outside. He goes for the end zone. This time off the hands, incomplete. That was Quentin Alexander. Beautiful ball that time from Sorgi, just wasn't reeled in.
Ball's incomplete to number 12.
Mentioned some miscues, some misfires from Sorgi, but that time, perfect ball over the top. Couple of steps ahead was Alexander. Did not matter. Sorgi going to be under center here on 2nd down and 10 from the 30. And another timeout going to be taken.
Timeout, Speedway.
By Speedway. I thought that was their final, but apparently they're listed as having 2 timeouts left. I thought that they had called one on the defensive end, similar to this one, and then also called one on the offensive side. But it will be 2nd down and 10. Like I mentioned, that last time out, Sorgi was showing under center. A lot of times that has been, we've seen a couple of different plays. We've seen obviously the play action. We've seen a ton of that today. They also had the fake pitch counter right up the middle.
2nd and 10 for the Bruins.
And they've also thrown that pitch as well. So doesn't matter though, Sorgi gonna come out in the shotgun. Brings one man in motion, fakes the handoff, throws it middle of the field, and that's going to be a touchdown. 30-yard gainer on the post. Quentin Alexander with a touchdown as Tri-West takes the lead back. A lot of scoring so far in this first half.
49, Jackson Clayton out for the PAT attempt.
Clayton comes back out, the lefty.
22, Seth Moore. Long snapper, number 57, Brady Volz.
The kick is up and good. 21-14 the score.
Clayton's PAT attempt is good. 9:16 left in the second quarter. Tri-West 21, Speedway 14.
Looked like a couple of misfires were going to help out the Sparkplugs on that drive, but middle of the field was open. They were running press. It was man. And that is going to be tough against some really good receivers and a very experienced quarterback who earlier I mentioned is on his way to go play with Jeff Brom down in Louisville. By the way, important to mention, there is a battle for the state of Indiana. The Hoosiers taking on my alma mater, the Indiana State Sycamores. That game going like you might think. It is 38-0 in favor of the Sycamores. Just kidding, in favor of the Hoosiers
to kick off for the Bruins.
at Memorial Stadium.
Back deep for the Sparkplugs, number 2, Lucas DeVault, and number 8, Mazid Ishola.
Ishola back to return once again, along with DeVault. They've each had a return so far. DeVault made it to the 20, Ishola to the 30. We'll see where they kick it deep this time. This time it's short right, and it's going to be returned just short of the 20. And trying to break it off to the right side. Never really turned up field that time was Nehmahar. Kind of had to hit the brakes before he could turn up field. Had too big of a head of steam, but still able to get that out to the 30-yard line.
Tackle made by number 24, Lawson Hall. 13-yard return for the Sparkplugs. 1st and 10, Speedway.
Nehmahar comes out, the offense comes back out. 1st and 10 to start this drive at the 30. Moore comes into the shotgun with Ishola to his right. And that's going to be a touch pass to Ishola, and Ishola has nowhere to go.
Mazid Ishola on the carry. Jet Lawson
First time
with the
he's
tackle
had it
for the Bruins.
Today.
Loss of 5 on the play.
First
Second
negative play
for the Sparkplugs
so far
on the
for
25-yard
Moore
line.
in the passing game. In this 7-point ball game. Speedway looking for their first victory of the season. Moore drops back to pass. Pressure comes middle of the field, and that one is incomplete. Near side official said that that was not caught, but it was played on by Nick Behrman, the sophomore, or I'm sorry, the junior. And that was nearly a big mistake. As that time Moore faced pressure
3rd and 15
right off the bat. Not really much he could do.
25-yard line.
Looked like he might have even been just trying to throw it at the feet of one of his receivers. And so it does just go as an incompletion. 3rd down and 15. Moore looks left, throws it over the top, and that one well overthrown for the intended receiver, Miles Cessna. And again, hits the hands of a Tri-West defender, and so the punt team comes back out.
4th down for Speedway, out the punt for the Sparkplugs.
Much different than the explosive play to start things off on the last possession for the Sparkplugs, as it's a 3-and-out.
Number 3,
and a 5-yard loss on the possession. So the punt team comes out here. A couple of good punts so far for the Sparkplugs. Plenty of time sending this one away right side, and it will be caught just short of the 45, and a tumble There was some open field there for Braxton Fleece, but Fleece, who already has one muffed punt today, trips that time over the 45-yard line. Turf Monster will get you. Just over 8 minutes of play left here in this quarter.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 43-yard line.
Bruins come back out on offense. Big pass up the middle of the field for a touchdown on their last possession. Sorgi starts things off under center. And he will hand this one off. Up the middle and just
Braxton Fleece on the carry.
About a gain of 7, it looks like.
Vincent Simpson with the tackle for the Sparkplugs.
That'll bring up second down and short.
Gain of 7 on the play. Second and 3 for the Bruins on the 50-yard line.
Sorgi back out, 2 receivers right, 1 over to the left. He's got Fleece to his right. Sorgi dropping back to pass, looking to let it fly, instead just goes short, but it's still a big gainer. That one's still going up the left side across the 25-yard line, out at the 22. Leighton Quinlan, the sophomore, with the grab.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 22-yard line.
Three more receivers out there for Sorgi. That's basically what it's looked like every single time as he takes the snap, drops back to pass, fire right side, and that is going to be caught at the 10-yard line, and that's where the receiver Cummings will go down. And it looks like another player shaken up, and that's Nehmahar this time, and it actually is. Looks like he's in some pain, but he's still out there on the field trying to shake it off. Maybe a stinger.
For the Bruins on the 10-yard line.
Shaking that right arm. Stays out on the field. He's defending. Receiver out here on the right side. That's Cummings. Sorgi looking middle of the field. That one is dropped.
Sorgi's pass falls incomplete.
Put right in front of the intended receiver that time. Alexander already has a big drop for what would have been a touchdown earlier in the game.
Second and goal for the Bruins on the 10-yard line.
A lot of bodies in the middle this time. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and Fleece is in the end zone for the touchdown.
Braxton Fleece.
And it's a two-possession ball game. Tri-West extends the lead. Not too many rushing touchdowns on the season. As I mentioned, a pair from Sorgi, a pair from their top 2 backs. Only the second rushing touchdown for Fleece on the season. It's got to be tough. You come into a team, you've got a quarterback that's already knowing he's off to the ACC here in a couple of seasons, and you're the running back. But he gets fed on that one. Popcheff and Dinn has been your trusted Speedway law firm for over 50 years, offering reliable, caring legal support to families and businesses in our community. Located at 5023 West 16th Street or online at popchefflaw.com. Return team back out here.
Mason Mendenhall kicking
for
off
the
for
second
Bruins.
time. 14 points unanswered
Number
for
2,
Tri-West.
Number 8, Nazib
Speedway
Isola,
put
back
one
deep
on the
for the
board to
Sparkplug.
take the lead early. It was 14 consecutive from Tri-West as they took the lead. And a big 80-yard bomb from the Sparkplugs tied it back up. And since then, it's been Tri-West. Back-to-back possessions, leading to back-to-back touchdowns. The defense so far has really only provided one stop in this one. As it's going to be kicked deep, caught in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. So a big boot that time. You could see DeVault wanted to return that one,
Kickoff travels into the end zone.
but decided to
Touchback,
hold off. So the
Speedway.
ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. Always like to see the return team from the Speedway team because they've certainly been very capable. They've shown that explosive
First and
play
10 for the Sparkplug
is
on the
near,
20-yard
and I
line.
do expect at least 1 or 2 kick returns for touchdowns at some point in this season. Moore in the shotgun. He's got Diallo to his right in a muff on the snap. Moore lost the football, and he just has to dive on it. And another negative play.
Logan Moore with the recovery.
So Moore on the snap
Loss of 8
loses
on the play.
8. Puts his rushing
Second and
total
18
at
for the
negative
Sparkplug on
5.
the 12-yard line.
This time Diallo lined up to the left. DeVault alone on the short side. Moore back to pass, tries to fire middle of the field and overshoots Diallo. The halfback may have just been off to the races had that been completed.
Mamadou Diallo.
Would have been talking about another explosive play, but just a misfire that time by Moore. We got 5.5 minutes of play here. It's 3rd down and long, 3rd and 18.
For the Sparkplugs on the 12-yard line.
Back in Speedway's own 12. Forbes over on the right side. The halfback. He'll motion wide right, and the fire. Oh, that one was nearly intercepted. Another misfire. Moore tried to throw that on his back foot. It was another one of those screens where the receiver comes back in. And the pressure once again getting to Moore quickly, making it much more difficult for completions. So the punt team going to be back deep. Heveland going to be kicking from his own end zone. Certainly not somewhere you want to be. As the punt is away, and it will be a good one. Takes a Speedway bounce and trickles across the 50-yard line. And so we like what he's continued to do all season long. If that ball hits the ground, you've got about an 80% chance that it's going to keep going that way. He has had a couple of them check up, but for the most part, the senior has been pretty good. We'll see what the Bruins run out here with 5 minutes of play left. Are they going to try to move fast with a big play? That's what we've seen here as of late. It seems like every time that Sorgi takes a snap, his eyes immediately go downfield. But with the clock, you know that Speedway is also going to get the ball at the opening kick of the second half. Maybe try to run a little bit of clock. We'll see.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 46-yard line.
They're running a two-receiver set on the far side. And a tight end tight on that side as well. Three-man rush. Sorgi looking right side, and that one is out of bounds.
Jack Sorgi's pass is incomplete.
The halfback Hall looking for a miraculous catch, but just couldn't get the acrobatics down to make the play. There were two defenders over there for the Sparkplugs. As that'll bring up second down and 10.
Second and 10 for the Bruins on the 46-yard
Tri-West
line.
trying to get across that midfield line. Here on their own 46. Three-man rush once again. Sorgi fires left side, and they are across the 50, and it's a first down across the 40. A massive hit, and Lucas DeVault is down.
Number 18, Eli Morgan.
That was Eli Morgan with the reception and the run. As DeVault is still down on the road side of the field, just off to the left of the Tri-West bench. Seen quite a few Sparkplugs go down in this game. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted at the 36-yard line. DeVault is back up, and he is jogging across the field, so that's a great sign. So he's going to remain in the game. First and 10 at the 36.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 36-yard line.
Bruins have really capitalized on the deep coverage here from Speedway so far in these last few possessions. Just 5-yard dink and dunk type passes going for 15, 20 yards. Play action again. This one caught behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of 4.
Sorgi's pass complete to number 1, Carter Cummings.
That's before Caleb Finters, the sophomore, was able to get in there. And he will record the tackle.
Tackle made by number 11.
Flag is down,
Simpson.
though.
There is a penalty marker on the field.
Based on where it is, I'm sure it's from the line of scrimmage, and it's a illegal formation. So this one actually going to be coming back. Originally looked like a gain of 4, and so it's a loss of 5. First down and 15 at the 41-yard line.
First and 15 for Tri-West on the 41-yard line.
Under 5 minutes of play left to go in this first half. Sorgi drops back to pass, fakes it to the right side. It's a dump off and a screen play. Blockers in front. A big run across the 20-yard line and a shoestring tackle, that time by Mason Bowman. And that was the halfback Hall once again.
Mason Bowman. First and 10 for the Bruins on the 16-yard line.
Halfback's getting quite a bit of action on the receiving end so far in this game. Sorgi hands it off this time. Left side, first down, touchdown. Thought maybe the official was pointing out that he had stepped out, but no.
Johnson Hall, touchdown, Bruins.
So Hall with a couple of really big receptions so far today. Only one reception entering today and it was an 11-yard play earlier in the season. Fleece has 3 receptions for 21 yards. So they are resorting to some offense that over the last 3 weeks they hadn't necessarily gone to. Snap was low, kick is low, and that bounces off. And so it's no good. It's 34-14, a 3-possession ball game as the Bruins have gone 3 times unanswered with the scores.
Tri-West 34, Speedway 14.
Not really sure if you can call that one a blocked PAT or just a misfire, as it did go. It was blocked by somebody. It might have been blocked by one of the blockers for that PAT team. But now Speedway's got 4:20 to work with. And although it is a lopsided score, it's a position that you don't hate to be in, having the ball, knowing you're getting the ball back. If they can stretch this clock out a little bit, get a score, and get the ball back, they could make this a 1-score game. Just going to need to get the ball moving. Go back to what was working earlier. Diallo, sporadic carries throughout that first scoring drive, passing through the middle of the field, but the offensive line needs to protect. Cannot have a free rusher coming up the middle of the field between the guards. That's what we've seen a couple of different times where Moore has had some significant misfires. His last 3, as a matter of fact, have been off target. He's 4 for 9 so far in this game. But he does have 94 yards through the air thanks to an 80-yard touchdown score. We will get a return this time, but it's muffed by DeVault. DeVault going to have to make something out of it, and he's going to be tackled down at the 17, maybe the 18-yard line. So a couple of times today on both sides of the ball, a muff on a return. DeVault just going to need to shake that one off. He was the one who was injured before, and he looks like he's a little shaken up right now, almost like he was going to go back to the sideline, but has thought better of it.
1st and 10 for the Sparkplug is on the 18-yard line.
That right shoulder may be bothering him a little bit. Three receivers over to the left side. Moore drops back to pass. More pressure coming through as this one just thrown away. And incomplete.
Logan Moore's pass incomplete.
So we have seen some misses for Moore, but at the same time, it's not been easy for him. The pocket has
2nd and 10 for the Sparkplug.
Not really existed on his last 4 pass attempts. Pressure has come quickly, and it's come often. He's got Forbes to his left side. He goes out in motion. They'll fire to Forbes. Forbes with a head of steam. A nice play to the juke, and he gets to the 25-yard line.
Is complete. Number 14, Amari Forbes.
A nice move, nice play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and short. 3 yards to the line to gain.
Third and 3 for the Sparkplug, 25-yard line.
So Forbes has 1 for 80 and 1 for 7. If you're good at math, that's 87 yards so far, 2 receptions. This time they'll hand it off to Forbes. He'll fire up the middle, and it's going to be close. I think he's a yard short.
Amari Forbes with the carry.
And he is. Timeout going to be taken by Tri-West.
Nick Behrman with the stop.
They will try to preserve some clock. If you're Speedway, I know that you're on a bad side of the field. Do you want to give the ball up right here? Knowing that the score is getting away a bit, it's a lot of time to give the ball back to Tri-West. You've got a short distance. They've gone for it on 4th down before. That was a much less risky play, but it did lead to a touchdown just one play later. So I think that there should be a conversation to be made in that huddle on the Speedway side of the field, possibly going for this. You've seen those scores from the last 2 games. You're wanting to put some offense out there on the field. This might be the moment you try to prove it. Give the ball to Diallo, maybe even fake it to Diallo. He has a tendency to being a bit of a bowling ball up the middle of the field. They've really liked going to those middle screens. And guess what? Offense is back out there. Moore going to be under center. Moore looks like he's just trying to get the Tri-West team to go off sides. And Moore going to fall forward for the first down.
Logan Moore with the carry.
Maybe just trying to get Tri-West back on their heels. Couple of hard counts, but he does carry it. 2-yard gain, all they needed. First down at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 for Speedway on the 29-yard line.
First and 10 now. 3 minutes of action left in this first half. Moore drops back to pass. Continues to trail backward, needing to get away with the ball, and he fires up the sideline. That is caught for a first down. What a throw that time by Moore. Great throw, great grab.
Gain for the Sparkplug. First and 10.
That was Lucas DeVault. Mentioned he looked a little bit shaken up earlier. But a big first down, pressure in the face of Moore. Just thought he was going to throw the ball away, but found the open receiver. And here come the Sparkplugs. Man in motion, faking the handoff, miscommunication, throws the ball backward, and a flag on the play. Play was stopped. The flag came in late, and I'm not sure what the call is going to be, but that was what looked like going to be a scoop and score. I don't know what the call is going to be, but I can tell you the Tri-West sideline is going to be furious if they don't end up with the football right here. The only thing I can imagine was it was a false start and they didn't blow it dead. I also believe in high school, an illegal motion is also a dead ball penalty, so that could be what it is as well. Based on the length of this conversation, I also feel like there might have been a mistake made. We'll get the word here. No flag on the play. It's a backward pass. I'm decent at lip reading. The question's going to be, why is this Speedway football? I think that there was no flag on the play as a premature whistle. It's a backward pass, so they have to mark it where the ball was spotted.
No penalty marker on the field. First and long.
So Tri-West doesn't get the football here. Speedway looking at second down and forever, back at their own 30. And so Moore going to boot right side, throwing that. It is caught. Some space, a big run. Out across the 50-yard line.
Logan Moore's pass.
Not a first down, but a
9,
massive play that time.
Neymar
As it was caught by Neymar.
Tackle made by number 6, Cole Craig.
But it's the 49-yard line of Tri-West, and a timeout taken under 2 minutes to go by Tri-West.
21-yard gain on the play. Timeout, Bruins.
How about a 21-yard gain for Neymar? And honestly, in the jumble of those blockers, I didn't even see Neymar standing there when that ball was thrown. Almost seemed like it might have been a throwaway. This is huge for the Sparkplugs. On that last play, it did show on the marker that it was first down. It was second down. It was second down and 29. Now it's going to be third down and 8. So certainly a big difference. We'll see what comes out of this. Under 2 minutes to play. Tri-West have used 2 of their timeouts, trying to preserve some clock to give their quarterback and the offense another opportunity to score, because you know the Sparkplugs find the end zone.
After the Bruin timeout,
they're going to be in a good spot to come back in this one. It looks like a lopsided game. You also have to think that PAT miss could be massive as well. A 20-point lead here for the Bruins. 1:56 to play. 4 receivers out there, 2 on each side for Moore as he drops back to pass again. He'll split the defenders, throws to the sideline, off the hands. Once again, that was intended for Neymar.
To number 9, Neymar.
That wasn't a bad ball either to the sideline. It didn't. It hit
number 24,
Mahar
on
in the hands. It looked like he had both feet out there. But the punt team going to come back out.
Back deep for the Bruins.
4th down and 7. Good snap. And a deep punt. Bounces left and trickles out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So a lot of confusion. What could have been a huge play for Tri-West ends up being an early whistle. No flag. A flag was thrown, the whistle was blown as well, and it came well after the ball was pitched backward. Dropped by Moore. Instead, it ends up being
1st and 10 for the Bruins.
Speedway's football for 2nd and 29. They got a big play but could not get the first down on the second chance of life. But a good punt has the offensive Tri-West set back. But you have to think they're going to be coming out here a little furious after that last drive from Speedway. They'll set up at the 16-yard line. 1 timeout and 1:40. 3 receivers to the left side as Sorgi drops back to pass. Pressure comes through, and the reason is it's a screen pass. Nice shoestring tackle. Flag comes in. I think that's going to be a holding call.
Braxton, please.
Dawson Ott made the play.
Brought down by Dawson.
But I think the reason he was behind the play was a hold.
Penalty marker on the field.
We will await the conversation here. And they wave off that penalty flag. So either somebody has a loose clip on their flag, or these are just really indecisive penalties being thrown. But that's going to be a first down for the Bruins. come back out here. 3 receivers left side, 1 here on the near side.
1st and 10 for the Bruins on the 28-yard line.
You have to imagine these are going to be passing plays. Sorgi drops back, looks to the right side. That is caught. Broken tackle. Cummings continues to move as he's smoked at the 46.
Carter Cummings. Brought down by
They get the 47. And that was Ashola coming in there to make the play. Dropping back again, Sorgi moving quickly. Same play that time to Cummings, but able to be taken out of bounds. Just short of the line to gain. Clock continues to tick this time as he was going backward before going out of bounds. 2nd down and 1. We're approaching 1 minute of play left in this first half. Sorgi drops back again, looking toward the middle of the field, and that one's dropped. Might want to be careful. The intended receiver hit the ground. I'll tell you, the ground does not give. See a lot of athletes break their hands doing things like that, but certainly disgruntled. 3rd down and 1. 55 seconds to go. Sorgi, pressure coming, and that is up in the air, and it is not coming back down into the hands of a Speedway Sparkplug, but man, it almost was.
Pass is incomplete.
Corey Midget, who's actually back out there, and had the injury, was helped off the field in the first quarter. Good to see him back out there. Just about able to make a play on that one. 4th down and 1. 50 seconds left. We've got some blockers to the right side. QB keeper this time. And whether or not he got it is up to debate, but the spot on the far side was absolutely horrendous.
Sorgi on the carry. 1st down Bruins.
The near side official certainly had a much closer call. But Sorgi moves quickly, 1st and 10, across the 50-yard line, past middle of the field. Massive hit, but it's going to be a big gainer to the 25, make it the 26, continuing to run hurry up.
1st and 10.
Clock continues to tick, under 30 seconds. Sorgi back to pass again, middle of the field. That one, did it skip? Yes, it did. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10 with 23 seconds to go. .26 yards from the end zone here as we are approaching halftime.
On the 26-yard line.
Stick around for the marching band at halftime. They're always a great show. Also have some halftime statistics for you. Sorgi drops back. Pressure comes. He's going to take off with it right side and out of bounds wisely.
Sorgi with the carry.
Gain of 2 yards. And it is 3rd down. .17 seconds left.
3rd and 8 for the Bruins. 24-yard line.
No data for the kicking team. So no clue what to expect from them if they decide to bring out the field goal unit. Instead, it's going to be a drop back here. 3rd down to the end zone. It's dropped. Maybe a breakup that time, but certainly into the hands of the intended receiver. That was number 18, Eli Morgan. So it's 4th down and 8 with 11 seconds left. And you just got to prevent him from getting into the end zone. But also that marker, that 1st down is at the at the 16-yard line. So be aware of that as well.
4th and 8 for the Bruins on the 24-yard line.
Still a 1st down available, but you'd have to think they'd have to get out of bounds on a quick throw if they're going to want to run 2 plays here. Sorgi drops back. Everybody going toward the end zone. Comeback route that time. And it's marked at the 9 with 6 seconds left. It's a first down. And basically, you would have to imagine it's going to be one of two things. Timeout, they're going to think about it, but I would have to imagine this is either going to be a quick play to the outside. If it's not there, it's thrown out of bounds, so you have 2 opportunities, or it's going to be a shot to the end zone.
Timeout, Bruins.
Tri-West, huge possession right here as well. Speedway could make this a 2-possession game to open up the second half if they are able to get the stop right here. Otherwise, you're looking at 4 scores and a daunting task for the Sparkplugs in the second half if they aren't able to make the stop. Well, the offense is coming out.
First and goal for the Bruins on the 9-yard line.
We'll see what happens here. First down and goal from the 9-yard line. 6 seconds to go in the first half. Sorgi with a back to his right. Drops back to pass, looks toward the end zone, fires to the corner. It's caught. Beautiful ball from Sorgi.
Touchdown Bruins.
And that is one of those throws that just tells you, hey, this kid's going D1. So Tri-West back on the board after the missed PAT. We'll see if they decide to bring the offense back out. It looks like they're going to. 40-14 your score right now, with a kick upcoming.
Tri-West with the 2-point attempt.
So yes, they will go for 2 here, up 40-14. No time on the clock with the buzzer beater touchdown throw from Sorgi. Man in motion this time. Boot off to the right side, throw toward the end zone. It's caught, and he's in. Tell you this, Speedway didn't even think he caught it. Could have been short, but they count the 2-point conversion, and that will do it on the first half. 42-14 your score.
At the end of
Speedway fought hard,
14.
especially in that first quarter, took the early lead. Tri-West was able to get back up 7. Huge play from Speedway, but since that point, it has been all Bruins. As we take a break for halftime, enjoy the sights and sounds of the 500 Regiment under the direction of Delaney Rubel. Tonight is Funk Night as they perform Let's Groove, Brick House, and Chameleon. You're watching Sparkplug Football on the Speedway Sports Network on SCTV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the 500 Regiment halftime performance under the direction of Delaney Rubel.
My name is Mamadou Diallo. I play running back and outside linebacker at Speedway High School. Played football since I was a kid here at Speedway. This is where I found my love of the game, and I just love playing for the people in the town. And like, I love the community feeling. Everybody's really into the game, but I also love the coaches and togetherness that makes everybody feel like, everybody said that we feel like a family. It really does. Like, I care about every single one of my teammates and coaches. I really do. I want to play college football somewhere, wherever I get the best opportunity to play, God willing. I want to be an engineer, an industrial engineer. Work hard and just stay the course. If you really want something, just keep putting in the work day by day, no matter through the ups and downs. Just stay in the moment and just keep working. I've had a lot of people help me out, like, getting to this point, and everybody always like seems like they care for me and try to like help in any way I can. So I really do appreciate that. I like the path that God has laid for me and the path that I followed right now, and I just trust in that, and whatever happens, happens. Because I keep thinking I gotta cherish this time, just cherishing my teammates and rattling off a couple wins for these coaches, because I care about them too. Everybody says that we're not tough as of late, and I just think everybody needs to just stay the course and trust the process, and I think we're gonna prove some people wrong soon.
Dr. Conan Chittick.
Welcome back here as we are just about ready for the second half of action. At Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, we believe young leaders are the future of our company.
Speedway fans, upcoming events.
We proudly sponsor the Speedway High School STEAM Student of the Week. That is Ingo. This week's Speedway Sparkplug is Abby Ingo. As we will get that straightened away in just a moment. But we'll go ahead and break it into the second half and what we're basically going to expect. A couple of the things that we saw really ended up being much improved passing game, especially in the first quarter. But then as we got later into that second quarter, the pass rush from Tri-West really just became a problem. Moore came back into the game, not back into the game, but Logan Moore comes into the game on the first drive toward the end, and since then he has been in as the starting quarterback. 132 yards through the air so far. He has certainly been a stellar player throughout when he has had protection. When the pressure has come, there have been some mistakes. One of those mistakes ended up getting wiped off the board, as we will try that player of or student of the week one more time. That's Abby Ingo, a third-year engineering student who is creative and insightful. Her projects are always detailed and goal-focused. Her innovative mindset will serve her well as she enters college and the workplace. Lindy AMT thanks Abby for the dedication, curiosity, and willingness to learn. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. From Speedway to space, Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, making the world more productive. So get back into it. Continuing on with what we saw in that first half, what we expect to see in the second half. A reminder that the Sparkplugs do get that opening kickoff of this second half, which is why the events that transpired at the end of that second quarter are so important for the outcome of this game. It was a 20-point ball game. Speedway started to move the ball down the field. They got across the 50-yard line after what looked like a clear and obvious Tri-West fumble recovery. On first down, Moore dropped back to pass, tried to get away from pressure, and pitched the ball backwards, trying to throw the ball away. Tri-West got the football back, but the official blew a whistle between the fumble and the recovery, and so therefore it was Speedway's ball at the spot. Ended up being second down and 29. A huge play ensued following that, and I believe that was Neymahar. Yes, it was Neymahar, a 21-yard reception. Brought up 3rd and 5. Under 2 minutes of play. They were not able to convert after a drop pass on the sideline on a beautiful ball, I thought, from Moore. Would have been a toe tapper, but a good ball nonetheless. Pressure was in his face. He broke off to the left side, just couldn't get the completion. They punted away. Seemed like there was possibility that the defense might make a stop, but what ended up happening was Jack Sorgi. And that's really what's been the problem. D1 not hopeful, D1 commit to Louisville. Jack Sorgi lit up the stat sheet and threw what I thought was his best ball and what was certainly a D1 ball on a breaking route outside of the numbers in the end zone for the buzzer-beating touchdown. They went for 2. They got that, and that made the score what it was. But the early goings, so important. In that first quarter, looked like Speedway was going to go 3 and out. They started with Stewart. A muffed punt gives the Speedway Sparkplugs life. They get the ball at around the 50-yard line. and the offense looks dialed. They're moving down the field. A couple of big carries from Diallo, a couple of nice passes of 17 yards and another one of 5 from Stewart. And then they bring in Logan Moore, who proceeds to continue that drive down the field. They score, take the lead. It's 14 points after that fact. Tri-West unanswered. Tri-West takes the lead. And then Moore, an 80-yard touchdown pass to Forbes to tie the ball game up. But that was the last time we saw any big offense from the Speedway Sparkplugs today. Since then, it has been a continuation of offense. There's only been really one stop so far from the defense, as it really hasn't mattered what the down and distance is. At some point, Sorgi has made a big play with his arm or his legs. A rare occurrence so far this season. They've actually let Sorgi run a little bit. He's had 2 carries for first downs. He's had another carry for about 6. His longest entering today was 8. He had a couple of rushing touchdowns inside the 10-yard line, but other than that, he is not somebody who's running a ton, but he has today. We'll see the opening kickoff here. 12 minutes of play here in the third quarter, 24 minutes total. As the second half is underway. This kick going back toward the goal line. It will be returned at the 1-yard line. A full head of steam moving forward and falling forward just short of the 30-yard line. I believe that was DeVault. It was. He is still shaken up. He had an injury off of what was a massive hit. I mean, he came in and made a great play, but since then he has been favoring his shoulder
yards on the return for the
throughout, especially that second quarter.
Speedway on the 29-yard line.
But here we go, 1st and 10, just short of the 30, call it the 29-yard line. Moore back out there in this third quarter. He's got Diallo to his left. Mahar comes in motion, but a false start. Not the way you want to start the second half after you've made your adjustments.
Second and 15 for the Sparkplugs on the 24-yard line.
The reason for the mix-up on the Shola and Mahar is because Ashola is wearing number 8 in this game, where he would typically be wearing number 3. Back to the shotgun, 1st down and 15. We've still not recorded a play in this second half. It's going to be a handoff and a big gainer right up the middle, and that is Diallo again, who's past the 35-yard line down to the 36. And that's going to bring up a much more manageable second down. 2nd down and 3 after the 12-yard gain for Diallo. His last 2 carries had gone for negative yards.
For the Sparkplugs on the 37-yard line.
After a few nice carries. It's his 7th carry of the game. Mahar in motion again. It's an Ashola carry, and in the backfield is where he goes down.
Mazid Ashola on the carry.
He threw the hand up. He wasn't happy about that one.
Brought down by Nick Behrman.
Still rushing for over 50 yards per game, but the last 2 have been tough, and it's for plays like that that have made it so hard for him to get going, where he's got 2 defensive tackles in his face on the handoff. I mean, there's really just not been anywhere for him to go. Forbes in the backfield now. Switches from left to right. As Moore back to pass. Less pressure this time, but now pressure comes, and that one just off the hand of Sox on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Logan Moore's pass to Keller Sox falls incomplete.
So the punt unit is going to come out here.
Joey Havlin out for punt for the Sparkplugs.
A 28-point ball game. Sparkplugs elect to punt back on their own 34-yard line as that one is muffed. The punt still gets off, and it takes another Sparkplug bounce. So another great punt. Despite what looked like could have been catastrophe, just able to make the grab, pick it up off the turf, and get that one away to attempt to switch field. I don't remember the last time we saw a return on a punt off of his boot.
1st and 10 for the Bruins on the 32-yard line.
Bruins start on the 32. Sorgi back out there. Four-score game, Sorgi. Ball is loose. Recovered by the Sparkplugs at the 25-yard line. Tri-West tried to go for a little bit of trickery. And it doesn't pay off that time as the ball was dropped on the handoff. Tried to go with a reverse over to the right side. So from the 25, we'll see if Moore can get something going. Some late substitutions coming into the game. Moore in the shotgun, Diallo to his left, 3 down linemen. Moore back to pass, looking toward the end zone, and it's short, about 5 yards. And his intended receiver had to drop back to try to make that grab. So an incompletion that time on a short throw from Moore. $14 pass attempts so far
on the 25-yard
from Logan Moore. 7 completions. Second down and 10 from the 25. Moore hands this one off. Diallo gets across the line of scrimmage, but doesn't get much more. It's a gain of 1.
Nick Parsons with the stop for the Bruins. Gain of 1 on the play.
Under 10 minutes of play left in this third quarter.
Third and 9 for the Sparkplugs on the 24-yard line.
Diallo is still out there. They've typically brought out Forbes for these third down and longs as more of a receiving back. Pressure comes through. Moore taking off. Passes down the field. Finds a man. Broken up. Mahar was there, but a great defensive play that time from Cole Craig. Brings up 4th down.
Cole Craig in coverage for the Bruins.
That was a good ball, just great coverage. Is the kick team going to come back out? So a field goal attempt.
Joey Haviland out for the field goal attempt.
Earlier during warm-ups,
Gage Beiswinger, long snapping.
He was attempting from the 35 and coming up just a touch short. So this is presumably in range as it is off to the left and short. So just can't get the field goal to convert.
No good.
And so Tri-West will come back out in just about the same spot that they were prior. A little bit worse field position than they started with the last time. But it was one play and a fumble recovered by the Sparkplugs that put them in that position. And it was nearly a touchdown there. Mahar had it right in front of him, and it was not a drop. It was just, like I mentioned, Craig just made a phenomenal play on the defensive end. Another moment there where I feel like Moore has really shown
10 for the Bruins on the 20-yard line.
A lot more accuracy, and he's getting through his reads pretty good so far in this game. Liked what we've seen from him. Faking the pitch, they'll hand it off up the middle, and that run will go for 7.
Eli Morgan with the carry.
Morgan had the carry.
Brought down by Eli Hayes. Gain of 7 on the play.
2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 for the
from
Bruins.
the 27-yard line.
On the 27-yard line.
3 receivers left, plus a tight end on the line. Sorgi looks right, doesn't find anybody now, just late throw, and caught right down to the turf.
Eli Morgan.
Morgan again has the scoop, and that's good enough for a first down right at the line to gain.
On the 32-yard line.
Sorgi was scrambling there for a moment, thought he was going to take off, but another thing you just don't see a lot from these high school quarterbacks. Kept his eyes up the field and found a receiver. And even though he was off base, was good enough to be caught. Sorgi hands this one off. Good gain, just short of the line to gain. 9-yard carry.
Hall with the carry.
That was Hall.
Lazita Shola with the tackle for the Sparkplug.
Second down and 1.
2nd and 1 for the Bruins on the 41-yard line.
Bruins using a lot of that play clock to get the play call out. Faking the handoff this time, Sorgi boots to the right side, fires hard toward the sideline, and that one is incomplete.
Jack Sorgi's pass to Carter Cummings is incomplete.
3rd down and 1.
Third and 1 for the Bruins on the 41-yard line.
Two receivers short side, or near side that is. Sorgi drops back, pressure comes through, throw middle of the field, it is caught. Big gainer to the 33-yard line.
Jack Sorgi's pass complete to number 10, Gage Bundy.
That was Gage Bundy with the reception all the way to the 33-yard line. The pressure was good, just not fast enough. When you're doing that, you're going cover 0. Likely to be something down the field, and with a quarterback like Sorgi, likely he's going to spot it. Cool under pressure. Sorgi drops back, pressure comes immediately, screen pass this time, right side. A lot of space to work with, going toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Halfback screen has worked wonders so far for this team today. That was Hall with another touchdown.
49, Jackson Clayton out for the PAT attempt. Holding is Seth Moore. Snapping is Brady Bowles.
PAT upcoming here, 48-14. And make that 49-14 the score. The Bruins last 5 scores have come unanswered.
6:37 left in the 3rd quarter. Tri-West 48, Speedway 14.
VP Insurance works with a wide range of providers to find the right policy for your needs. Located in and serving the Speedway community since 1974, our experienced agents work for you, not the insurance companies. With competitive rates and personalized service, VP Insurance helps you to protect what matters most. .637 to play here in the third quarter. 49-14 the score. After a couple of massive plays back-to-back from Tri-West. It was a throw down the middle of the field on a blitz coming through, man-to-man, broken up, and it went for about 50. And then a halfback screen to the right side, and Hall took it to the house. This kick going to be recovered by Ashola just short of the 10-yard line. He takes off across the 30, across the 35, and he's down at the 36-yard line.
Ashola on the return. Brought down
and Ashola coming off,
Quinlan.
limping for a moment, but looks to be good to go.
27-yard.
Actually, there was a moment there, I think, that they've intentionally been kicking away from Ashola. They swapped.
Speedway on the 36-yard line.
Speedway needs another player out there, so Ashola will oblige. Moore takes the handoff. He's going to give this to Diallo. Diallo looking for some space.
Mamadou Diallo on the carry.
And a decent gain that time. 3 yards. Another reason why the last couple of weeks I've been preaching that Diallo needs to get going is because I feel like it has opened up the pass game more. When Diallo can break off a couple of decent carries, you know, he had the 12-yard carry on the last possession, a couple of 6-yard carries, leads to more offense later as well. It just really benefits the entire offense. This time Diallo trying to break it out wide, and he will be tackled down behind the line of scrimmage.
Diallo on the carry.
So he gains 3, loses 2. That brings up third down
for the Bruins.
And 9.
No gain on the play. Third and long for the Sparkplug, 37-yard line.
So this time Forbes does come in on third down and long. He's been the third down back for the Sparkplugs today. Moore drops back, he fires down the field, and he had a man, but just misses.
Logan Moore's pass.
That was DeVault. Fourth down. And Moore comes off limping this time. Didn't see the hit, was looking down the field.
Joey Havlin off the punt for the Sparkplug.
Quarterback has certainly been under pressure a lot today, but hasn't taken a ton of contact. Did that time. Punt is away. Gonna bounce. And we'll go toward the 35, down at the 36. That high-powered offense comes back out onto the field. See if they decide to continue to play their stud quarterback.
First and 10
The clock will
for the
continue to
Bruins
run here for the rest of the game.
on the 36-yard line.
Two receivers over to the left side. As it is a new quarterback, he's firing early. Pass is caught. Cody Morgan with the pass and the catch. A touchdown on the first play.
Cody Morgan, touchdown pass with number 10.
And that was Gage Bundy, whose name has been called a couple of times already today. So the backup quarterback comes in and shades of his QB1. A big play down the field. And a big number on the scoreboard for the Bruins now as it's 55-14. False start on the PAT team.
Illegal procedure.
So they'll back this one up 5 yards. So now the PAT comes up 5 yards further out. Doesn't matter, same result.
Jackson Clayton's PAT attempt is good.
$56-14.
2:39 left in the third quarter. Tri-West 56, Sparkplug 14.
Been a lot more promise in this game where we've seen the offense and defense do exactly what they needed to do, but the explosion of passes down the field has really affected the way that Speedway's been defending the short plays. As soon as the field got opened up downfield, I should say, it really seemed like Speedway started to play in some deeper coverage. Aside from the one heavy blitz that we saw that clearly went for a touchdown. But when that started to happen, we started to see more screen plays from this Tri-West team. So now we've seen an adjustment from Speedway's defense. They're trying to play that short and intermediate. New quarterback comes in, and they hit it medium gain and a huge run. One play is all it took. This kick away. It will be returned. This is Ashola. Ashola breaks out to the left side, able to get around a couple of Tri-West defenders before being brought down just short of the 30-yard line.
Brought down by number 26, Connor Smith.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the third period.
First and 10 for the Sparkplugs on the 28-yard line.
And looks like Stewart back out there at quarterback. Stewart started this game, was 3 for 6. Now he'll drop back to pass. He'll fire to the middle of the field, and that is caught. Spectacular grab
number 11, Vincent Simpson.
by Vincent Simpson, who had to put a paw up to make the grab, tipped it to himself.
Tackle made by number 15, Whitten Jakowski.
And a nice play. So that's going to be a first down for the Sparkplugs.
1st and 10 for the Sparkplugs on the 43-yard line.
Clock will continue to tick. Stewart with Forbes to his right. Drops back again, looks toward the left side, pressure coming. He's able to get away from it, and he is just going to throw this one out of bounds.
Blake Stewart's pass falls incomplete.
So a wise play there by the sophomore as Diallo going to come back into the game for Forbes.
Second and 10 for the Sparkplugs, 43-yard line.
We did see Moore get shaken up on his last play of that last possession. He is standing on the sideline currently. As that will do it for the third quarter as we head into the fourth quarter. 56-14 your score. Tri-West Bruins in the lead over your Speedway Sparkplugs. Earlier I mentioned that Indiana State was taking on the Hoosiers down at Memorial Stadium. That game ended the first half. IU was a 1.5 away from covering. So a big win for the Hoosiers. As we start back up here with the fourth quarter. Speedway looking at 2nd down and 10 following the throwaway from Stewart.
Start the fourth quarter, 2nd and 10 for the Sparkplugs.
Ball is at the 43-yard line of the Sparkplugs. Be a handoff to Diallo, lead blockers in front, and a hesitation there from Diallo and only a gain of 2.
Mamadou Diallo on the carry. Brought down by number 11, Jet Lawson. Gain of 2 on the play. Third and 8 for Speedway on the 45-yard line.
Stewart gets the call, comes back to the huddle here with 15 seconds left on the play clock. Diallo shifts over toward the left. 2 seconds, 1 second, able to get the snap off. Stewart looking to pass, middle of the field, completed, and that's going to be a first down for Sox. Sox, who has been shaken up a couple of different times, powering through and getting back out there with another grab. Had a 17-yard reception earlier, an 11-yard reception right there. He also had a 7-yard carry.
1st and 10 for the Sparkplugs.
On a reverse play, resulted in a first down. Stewart hands this one off. Diallo turns upfield, but he is met as the ball comes out that time, but the whistle blows as he's already down. So ruled down. It was really after he'd already reached his back that the ball came out.
Loss of 3 on the play.
So 56-14 game, under 10 minutes to go.
For the Sparkplugs,
2nd down and 13. This time firing middle of the field. Sox was the intended receiver, but that one just off the mark. as he was slow to get up. "13 carries here for Diallo in this game, by the way.
3rd and 13, Sparkplug on the 49
Last week, only 4 carries. So much more usage out of Diallo in this one. 2 seconds on the play clock. Stewart, pressure, screen pass, intercepted. Pass had to be near the line, and it just goes right into the hands of a Bruin.
Number 55, Nick Parsons.
And that was Nick Parsons, the senior. First interception of Stewart's season. So means that we will see this offense under their new quarterback, who has only had 1 play thus far, and that was a touchdown.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 48-yard line.
So Cody Morgan back out there at the helm of this Bruin offense. Already across the 50-yard line to start things off. Good field position at the Sparkplug 48. Back to pass, firing. That's caught. Cooper Zimmerman with a head of steam across the 20 and tackled down across the 15-yard line and out of bounds. So 2 plays so far, and they've been good ones for the new quarterback, Cody Morgan. Just a sophomore, but he's 6 foot tall, 140 pounds.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 14-yard line.
Also listed as a defensive back on the defensive end. Under 7 minutes to play. Throw out to the right side, and that is caught across the 5-yard line. Again, Gage Bundy name getting called, the sophomore. When we opened up the broadcast, we were talking about upperclassmen receivers. Eli Morgan, somebody we've mentioned today, Carter Cummings, of course, but no Jack Garver. We have not seen him. He has 12 receptions and 96 yards per game with 2 touchdowns so far this season. We've been mentioning a lot of younger players throughout this game. Obviously, as we get longer into this game, more younger players will come in, but play action this time broken up. Miles Cessna with a nice play.
Gordon's pass incomplete. Miles Cessna in coverage for the Sparkplugs. Second and goal for the Bruins on the 4-yard line.
This time it's going to be a handoff left side, and that is going to be quickly extinguished
Jaden McClain
for
on the
the
carry.
running back.
Mamadou Diallo on the stop for the Sparkplugs.
He said McClain.
Loss of 1 on the play. Third and goal for the Bruins on the 5-yard line.
I'm not sure that I have that on my roster. Jaden McClain, a freshman, 5'8" freshman, running back and linebacker, number 81. Pressure coming through this time, pass toward the middle of the field and caught. And a huge hit after the catch. Cannot believe that there wasn't something thrown right there. It was a huge hit. Obviously, you've got your head down. You're not really paying much attention to whether the ball is caught or not. But Either way, it's a touchdown for the Bruins once again, 62-14. And another big play. PAT upcoming. Kick is up. And it is good. 63-14, 4:44 to go in the fourth quarter. That's a lot of fours. At Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, we are committed to supporting the community we've called home for over 100 years. From creating career opportunities to cheering on our local schools, we're honored to have our global headquarters in the heart of Speedway. More information about Lindy AMT and our current open positions is available at www.lindy-amt.com. From Speedway to Space, Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, making the world more productive. Certainly a devastating turn of events for this team that really, I mean, following that muffed punt, I mean, the momentum was clearly on the Speedway side. Even after 2 touchdowns from Tri-West, a huge play from Speedway again really seemed like, here we go, this Sparkplug team has come alive. The defense has held on as much as they could, but this is the first time in these 3 games where I really feel like the defense has just been outmatched in this second half, and as well as toward the end of that second quarter. It has been tough going. Obviously, you're going against a top talent in the state. Jack Sorgi has played a phenomenal football game. He has missed some throws, but overall, he's been great. As this one going to be squib kicked, and it'll be spotted just a couple yards from where it rested. The up man tried to make a play with it, but couldn't get a grip at first. But this may be the last opportunity for the Sparkplugs to make something out of the offense. Haven't scored since about 10 seconds into the second quarter, which is when Moore dropped that 80-yard bomb to Forbes down the middle of the field. By the way, it wasn't 80 yards through the air. Forbes had to go on a little bit of a foot race toward the end zone, but still a phenomenal play for the Sparkplugs. Quarterback draw this time, and a big run. Stewart gets to the 40. He's continuing on, and across the 20-yard line, a major play that time. And the Sparkplugs are in business on the offensive end here with 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Brought down by number 16,
so the sophomore gets a big carry. Here in what is basically a garbage time touchdown, if they're able to find the end zone.
1st and 10 for the Sparkplugs.
But it is 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
17-yard line, under 3 minutes of play. Needed an extra man out on the field. Cessna was happy to oblige. Run play left side, and that is just short of the goal line. Diallo was looking for pay dirt.
Mamadou Diallo on the carry. Brought down by number 15, Whitten Jakowski.
Diallo still getting carries here in the latter stages of the
First
game.
and goal for the Sparkplugs on the 2-yard line.
15-yard carry, the longest of the day for Diallo. I imagine they will give it to him again, and they do. Diallo to the end zone. Touchdown, Sparkplugs.
Diallo, touchdown, Sparkplugs.
Good to see the offense in motion that time. A huge run play, obviously, from Stewart. Leads to a couple of carries for Diallo, and he is in the end zone And probably a sigh of relief, at least for Diallo on the personal level. Just knowing the struggles from those last couple of games, had a great first game, and so just being able to get the ball and get the carries that he has gotten in this game has got to be huge for him, and hopefully that continues on into the rest of the season. The PAT up and good. 63-21. Sparkplugs making sure to get down the field, find the end zone. Amadou Diallo. "15 carries in the game. Get you the total on that in just a moment. "39 yards in the game for Diallo. Mind you, tackled for loss on 5 occasions. And really, I can only put one of those carries on him. It really just seems like, I don't know if it's the procedure on the handoff that's taking a lot of time, but there is something that is just really causing that run game to not initiate at the time that it needs to initiate. Low line kick, and that one goes out of bounds, so that's going to be a penalty flag, and it will come out to, I believe, the 35. Unless, of course, they ask for a re-kick. I think they're also allowed to do that. And that is the call. Illegal kick out of bounds. So despite Stewart not seeing time in the middle quarters, he was over, I believe, 70 yards.
First and 10 for the Bruins on the 35-yard line.
I'm sorry, above 60 yards. Rushing over 70 yards all-purpose. He did have the 2 completions, or I'm sorry, the 3 completions. He was 3 for 6, sticking with his season completion percentage. But he had 20 yards on those completions. As the clock continues to tick down, and Tri-West just going to go ahead and take a knee here. Jeff Brom's got a good one coming his way, because Jack Sorgi, in his 3rd year of high school, looked fantastic. Even his misses looked like good plays. But that is going to wrap it up for us. But not until we thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, making our world more productive. 2020 Eye Physicians of Indiana, the high-quality eye care patients deserve. Speedway Lions Club, serving the Speedway community since 1937. VP Insurance, helping protect what matters most. First Financial Bank. Banking is about neighbors helping neighbors, and it always will be. Member FDIC. Popcheff and Dinn, reliable, caring legal support for the Speedway community. American Legion Post 500 treasure hunt every Thursday, open to the public. And of course, ISC Sports Network, local, lives here. Final score, 63-21. We'll be right back here next week, so be sure to tune in to SCTV and the Speedway Sports Network. Thank you to our camera crew and, of course, Brian Pierce running the ones and twos. My name's Landon Kleindorfer. You've been watching the Speedway Athletics on the Speedway Sports Network on SCTV. Enjoy the rest of the first day of the rest of your life, and have a great weekend.